Yo, I'm gonna do a toolbox tour just for fun. I did one a couple years ago and apparently it wasn't anal retentive enough. Everybody's like, oh, you need to do a better one. It was basically, I just whipped right through it, and it was, for people that know what's going on, it was great. For people that don't know what's going on, they didn't like it very much. They didn't see the humor in it. So I'm gonna do a lengthy toolbox tour. I've been doing this stuff for 30 years. I have everything you need to do any job on any car, pretty much, with the exception of transmission work. I haven't even had to go on a tool truck in years because I got it all. So if I don't have something, you probably don't need it. And this is no BS toolbox. I mean, it's got the stuff. I mean, I've seen a couple of toolbox tours that other people had, and it's like, what are you gonna do with that, you know? Limited stuff. So without further ado, here it is. Deep KRL triple bank. I actually bought a double bank and I put an addition on it because it was way too small. It's still too small. This thing's packed chuck full. And just so you know, it's not like I don't know what's going on, because there's not a whole lot of people you're going to even see that has that many certifications. I got more little stupid little wall hangers. I don't know, people made me take classes when I worked for people and stuff, but that's basically those are all expired too. I gave up on those people. I don't need to do that anymore to prove myself. I just wing it from now on. Anyways, we'll start with the top drawer. This is my top drawer. This is my socket drawer. Basically, I have these for mostly just axle nuts. I have different sizes, I pieced this thing together through so many years. If I needed something, I bought it, and I didn't just buy sets, so it's all random. And I got this one over here too. This is a 30 millimeter 12 point and 1.25 inches. It's all just oddball stuff, because I started out doing standard stuff, 30 years ago, and then everybody switched over, and then it was half and half. So I got a lot of everything. I could work on the old and the new and the Harley Davidsons and the motorcycles, and I've had my hands into so much stuff it's ridiculously stupid. So this is actually some of the first sets I ever bought. They're 6-point standard craftsman, and I really don't like these craftsman sockets because they break all the time, but I never use them anymore, so it doesn't matter. 1/2 inch and 3/8 drive craftsman I don't use. It's all snap-on for me because these don't break as much. I hardly ever break these, and that's why I spend the big bucks on snap-on sockets. There might be some other brands you could buy that are just as strong, but I don't know. Anyways, on with this whole big socket rack of, these are all my metric swivel sockets, and I pretty much need them all. I go all the way down to 5.5 millimeter, and I need those for a lot of dashboard work. If you got to take out dashboards to replace HVAC stuff, you're going to need this little 5.5 millimeter. And then it goes all the way up from 1/4 inch drive to 3/8 drive, up to 1/2 inch drive, all the way up to 24 millimeter. And yeah, I got the standards behind it. I hardly ever use these anymore. Standard, metric, whatever. And typical impact sockets I got, snappies. I use the heck out of those. And then I got the chromey snappies in 1/2 inch. In metric, I use the crap out of those. A lot of people say you don't want to use chromies for an impact, but the 1/2 inch drive snappies, I use them on my impact all the time, and I like them because they're not as thick, so I can get into more areas. So these are essential right here. I use these two a lot. This is just some Harbor Freight junk I hardly ever use. They were cheap and I bought them, and I think I might have needed one or two for one or two different things. I bought standard and metric a long time ago. Stud pullers. These are important. These are max. They usually have them in standard or metric. These are supposedly good for both, which is kind of wrong. But yeah, stud pullers, gotta have those. Triple squares. I got a triple square set here. That's good for European crap, which I hardly ever work on anymore. I don't want to work on European stuff, so I turn it down all the time. I had to work on European cars working for other people, but now I can pick and choose. I got this set here. This is metric snap-on. I like the snap-on Allens because they don't break as often. They don't twist as much. The one on the end's a little twisted, but whatever. These things outlast anything else. The gold snap-ons. And these big ones I got at a parts store somewhere because I needed them for axles on Euro cars, I think. Some people got the long ones with the balls on them. These have balls on them. I got these from Harbor Freight. These are horrible. I don't use them hardly at all. The biggest reason why is because the balls break off, and when these balls break off and get stuck in an Allen, you're not going to like yourself anymore. So I don't know. I still have them in my box, but I never use them. If I could buy the ball snap-on ones, I would, but I keep looking at the price tags and I crap myself, so I haven't really had a really big need for them because I got these short ones. I got the reverse Torx. Them are snappies. I got the Torx. These are all mixed up. I initially bought Matco's a gazillion years ago, and then every time they break, I upgrade and buy a snap-on gold like this one here I've used a lot. And there's a Cornholio right here. Cornholio. And I don't know, I mismatch them. Once in a while they break and I need one right away and I just get them. And then I got the tamper-proof Torx, and I don't know, these are probably Cornholios too. And this set I bought a gazillion years ago too. This is Matco, and these are standards. Nobody probably ever uses those anymore unless you're in the industry. Industrial maintenance or working on Harley Davidsons and stuff nowadays. This I actually turned. This was an axle nut tool, and I turned it into a seal installer. I don't know. Sometimes I got too much time on my hands. What else do I got here? Oh yeah, oxygen sensor tool. This is a snappy. It don't really work that great, but I use it when I can. Sometimes it spreads out and it sucks. This is a spark plug tool, and these are great for the long cylinder heads when you really got to get in there and it's really deep, because it kind of sucks when you got to use where is it? Oh yeah. I got all these different sizes for Harleys and lawnmowers and whatever, man. I got all the different sizes in Snap-on. This one I really like because it's a snappy, and it doesn't have the rubber inside of it, and it just kind of holds the spark plug a little bit. These are the best though, because when you got a stuck spark plug in one of these sockets, and the socket's buried down in the spark plug, you're gonna hate yourself. I mean, so this thing's really handy for doing them deep, like hemispherical heads. What else? Oh, I got the swivel sockets. These are all just adapters I got. I got a set of adapters. But this wrench, this is my go-to. I really like this Snap-on socket wrench. What else? What else I got going on that's important? Oh, I got all the Snap-on half-inch, 3/8, 1/4-inch drive torque wrenches. I don't like the digital ones because I don't like replacing batteries. They're the shiznit, I think. Back here I got a straight edge. It's in a box. I'm not taking it out. You got to have a straight edge for doing machine work and stuff, checking flatness and stuff. And oh geez, these are various sockets I made for oil filter adapters. I mean, when you get a brand new car and you're like, oh, I need to make an oil filter socket. This was like for Ecotechs. And back when I made this, there was no Ecotech sockets that I could buy. So I ground it out a little bit for the later years. And I just cut it down and made it. And this one, I can't remember what this piece of crap was for, but I welded a 3/8 into a 3/4 inch drive. I don't know. Sometimes you got to do that stuff. And this, oh God, oh my God, you probably never need these again. If you're unfortunate enough to have to work on a Blazer and deal with the spark plugs, these are spark plug sockets for an old school Blazer or headers. If you ever work on headers, most people don't have to work on any of that crap anymore. I've replaced so many freaking headers in my life and header gaskets. Oh my God. Okay, what else? This snap-on swivel socket in a 1/4 inch drive I use like the Mad Dickens. And this thing has a memories of hell. This is pretty cool too. It's 3/8 drive, but it's in a 1/4 inch style and it's Matco. And I really like that. I use it when I need to get into tight places sometimes. And this piece of crap I never use. On with the 3/8 drive. I got 3/8 drive snap-ons. Snap-ons are the shiznit in 6-point. I got deep wells. I got short wells. And I got mid wells. The mid wells are extremely important because you really need them for a lot of things. And then I got another set in Craftsman that's just a 12-point because a lot of times you need 12-point sockets. And this jobby here, I had to make this for a BMW a long time ago, and I don't ever want to work on another BMW again. But there's a story behind this one. This guy, when I was doing this job, he actually tried to beat me up and fire me, the store manager, and I had to go through a bunch of rigmarole and press charges on the guy, and he lost his job, and it was a friggin' mess. But anyways, I don't want to get into that story. But yeah, hey, BMW socket. A lot of times you got to make stuff, you know. What, I got another little 14 millimeter here I cut up for something, I don't know. Jesus, wow. Torque sticks, use them all the time. I use them for pretty much lug nuts only. And I'm missing the blue one because it broke and I gotta find a snap-on guy. These are Craftsman stud removers. Sometimes I use these for like, I don't know, lug nuts and stuff that get stripped out, or locking lugs that I can't get off. No, this is pretty much something I hammer on. I use that for beating on sockets on and stuff, obviously. Ingersoll Rand 2135 QTI, it's nice and quiet. I've been using that for a gazillion years. I got a backup. Apparently there's a better one. I bought this one and I never use it because this one I wore out the anvil. I can't even put a ring on it anymore. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to rebuild it. And I'm like, no, I better not, because I've been using it for like 5 years in the industry. And so I just bought another one in case this one breaks. And this thing just keeps working. It's an amazing tool. I mean, I can't believe it still works. I've been beating the hell out of it for, oh my God, I got to be on 8-9 years on this thing. I can't imagine why it's still working. So I don't know, whatever. If it ever breaks, I'm probably going to gut it and take the muffler out of it because this thing's too loud. And then I'll turn this into a quiet one because it's not quiet. Because for some reason, people think that the quiet ones aren't as strong, but it's a frolicking lie. What else? I got a butterfly here. Oh my God, these are snap-ons. They're standards. I got various sizes of various standard stuff. Now back here I got a Pittsburgh screwdriver set, and I just leave all my bits in here, and a deburring tool. I leave my deburring tool in here too, just because it's easy to find. This is good for deburring stuff. Gotta have one of those, right? And on with quarter inch. Quarter inch is fine in Craftsman because they're really not, they don't need to be that tough. So I always get quarter inch drive. I got mid-well snap-on quarter inch I bought a gazillion years ago. I got mids, I got shorts, I got deep wells that are all in 6-point, and then I got a 12-point short because sometimes you need the 12 points in short once in a while. Quarter inch extension set, snap on. One of them's broke, I gotta replace it. Snap on, quarter inch. Yeah, you know, 1/2-inch drive, swivel. Jesus. What is this, about a 3-4 foot pry bar? Real nice. Gotta have one of those, that's a must. Jesus, I got all kinds of extensions. Obviously, you need extensions. This thing's beat to hell. I've been using it forever. Snappy. They're pretty awesome. The handle's looks like a piece of hell because I've actually used my tools. This is a Honda harmonic balancer tool. Gotta have that. More 4-wheel drive socket stuff or 4-wheel drive stuff. And this is for North Star water pumps. Probably never need one because you'll never work on one again because they're old and shit and the heads are always bad on them and nobody ever fixes them. Yeah, this thing's adjustable. Gear wrench, adjustable, pry bar, crowfoot. That thing's pretty sweet. 1/2-inch snappy breaker bar. I like snappies because they don't break as often. I mean, sometimes when you do this stuff long enough and you start breaking tools once a month or once every couple of months, that's when you know you better go get some high quality stuff because there's nothing like working on a car and then breaking a tool and then not being able to do anything. Borrowing it from some other person. I don't know. Oh, this guy I've had for a million years in about 3 different toolboxes. It's some little McDonald's crazy little McDonald's thing. What the heck is he? He's a laughing hyena. And he's coming apart. His legs are falling off and stuff. And that's like my little guy. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta have fun like that. Okay, onto this drawer. I think I did enough with the top drawer. I got snappy screwdrivers. They're the best in my opinion. I mean, I don't break them as often as everything else. I broke the tip off of this. I got to replace it and find a snap-on truck. Oh, geez, man. This screwdriver drawer is insane. I got a good little mid-pry bar and a short pry bar. Harbor Freight plastic wedgie stuff. Those are pretty slick. Gasket scraper I hardly ever use. I bought that a long time ago too, but the super scrapers with the carbide on them, these are the best. These are awesome. I've probably had this for 15 years and I've never had to sharpen the thing. It's just a money whore. Oh my God, my hands are getting filthy. Olfa blades, gotta have those. What else? Seal puller. Jesus, man. This is just crazy stuff. These C-clamps are always nice. I got an assortment of C-clamps, all different kinds that I use for all different things. Sometimes I actually use these to hold stuff down, and I just let the car go, and then I gotta buy more C-clamps. Like, these are really nice if you got a window regulator that's stuck and doesn't work and the window's down and you put the window up by hand, you can just clamp this down on the rail, and then you're out of C-clamp, and you just ship the thing, and then you never see them again. And oh wow, I bought this for Harley Davidson's to test the coil. What's this? Oh, this is cable lube. This is, you screw this down to a cable casing and put cable lube in it and squirt the heck out of it and lube cables. And this is for stuff, and this is the check a belt. The Gates guy actually gave this to me, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? And I never use it anymore. And this is I don't know what that's for. I forgot. And wow, stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's for plug kit. What else we got going on here? A mirror. I'll put that over there. Oh, you know what this is? Oh, this is old school, man. This is for installing the strip for the rear windows. You probably never even seen one of those before unless you're as old as I am. Oh, Jesus, man. What else do I got going on here? Oh, my God. I'm digging so deep I never even knew I had it. Look at that. Torx. I must have needed that for something. Spring tool for rear drum brakes. You got to have these. Jesus, where the heck did this even come from? I don't even see a name on it. I don't know if it's Snap-on or what. I got a smaller one too that's really handy. Where's that? Oh, there it is, right there. Nice spring tool stuff. Big ass Matco. Jesus, never need any more. Impact screwdriver. Gotta have one of those. Oh my God. HEI spark tester that I've used a gazillion times, and I use it so much it's broke. Chalk pencil. Ooh, this is cool. I broke it. I used it so many times, the seal puller. I need to make another one. They're always straight, and the straight ones suck. I cut this one and re-welded it, and I've used it so many times that it broke. It's just a cheap piece of crap from Harbor Freight, and I need to cut and weld another one, because that's the right angle for almost all the seals that you take out, and the straight one, it's not going to do it for you for a lot of things. There's just no room for it, and this thing is just, it's slick ass. I'm surprised nobody even makes a tool like that. What else? Oh geez, you know what that is. Oh, this is for taking off the old school window cranks. I don't even use it anymore. Most of the time I just use a rag now. Yeah, more plastic stuff and blah blah blah. What's this fuel line thing? And of course this is for checking your brake pads, so you can tell people they need brake pads so you can make more money than anybody in the universe. Okay, what else we got going on here? Tire pressure stuff. Yeah, pick set. You gotta have these, man. All kinds of little picks. You gotta pick everything. Oh, this is a razor blade holder. Jeez, am I forgetting anything? Am I forgetting anything? Anything at all? Okay, on with the next center drawer. Oh, crap. Oh, I forgot the stuff that got stuck. You gotta have the really long Phillips and regular screwdrivers. You gotta have them. Oh, and some hook tools. I got that one there. I got this one here. I don't know. I've never really used that but once, twice maybe. This is the important one. Okay, on to this. Oh yeah, metric wrenches. I got a Cornwell set here. Cornwell seemed to be really nice. It got good chrome. It doesn't come apart so easy. I wish they were offset some more. Like doing belts and stuff, having offset wrenches would be really nice. I got the line wrench Crowfoots and metric, and some other 12 pointers that I got for certain certain things, rack and pinions and stuff, because sometimes you need a 12 point to get in there. Good luck finding those. Shorties, these are just cheapy Harbor Freight shorties. They're nice and thin, and you don't need heavy duty shorties because you're not using a lot of leverage. Line wrenches, I got snappy line wrenches because they seem to flex a lot less than everything else, so I got a good set of those. Craftsman, ball, Allens, those are fine. This thing I use for doing oil changes. When people make you do a gazillion oil changes a day, this is my go-to. And these, I got these from Craftsman because these are my go-to for doing alignments. 24, 23, 21, 22, and then I grab a 19 millimeter. And that's really all I ever need for doing almost every alignment on the face of the planet. And when I use one of these open-end wrenches, it's kind of cool because I can just take my 19 millimeter and I can just stick it on here like this and bust them loose, my tie rods. So that's my go-to for doing alignments. Anytime I do alignments, I don't care what car it is, I just take those 3 wrenches and then I go and I do the job. I got these. These are cool. They're Max. I like them because they're 6-point, and they work really, really well. Swivels. These are just various whatever ratcheting wrenches. Some suck and they're annoying, and some aren't. The ones that suck and are annoying are the ones like this, where you can only put them on one side. You can't put them on backwards. I don't know why they did that. It just annoys the heck out of me. So they should be like this. I don't know. Maybe someday when I'm not too cheap, I'll replace those again. Wrenches, I just got regular Craftsman wrenches. I mean, the chrome on them's awesome. They don't peel. I've been using them for a gazillion years. The only thing I don't like about them is a lot of times they're not long enough. I got these Craftsman Professionals sometimes when I lose the old school ones, and the ones they call professional now, they're not the same. Like the heads are a lot larger. These are really old wrenches, and I wish I could buy this whole set. I looked to buy the whole set before a couple of times, and they don't even make them anymore like exactly like the ones that I have. I could get Snappies too, but even the Snappies got bigger heads. So, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, that's my metric drawer. Standard drawer. I buy the big wrenches in standard because they're cheap, and you can pretty much mismatch standards and metrics when they get to a certain size when they're so big. So it really doesn't matter. And I've used standards for a long time. I've had these for a long time. The only metric one you really need that doesn't mismatch with standard really well that you're not going to find is a 30 millimeter. So I got a 30 millimeter that's big and metric, and 25 on down, 21 on up. I don't know. I got, oh shit, this one's hidden too. Sometimes you got to have this 8.6 millimeter wrench just for doing batteries too. The 12 points strip out a lot, especially when somebody likes to use like vice grips on the thing. So I got a 6.8 millimeter. Okay, back to this drawer. Yeah, whatever, you know. You don't have to get too carried away with the standard stuff. I got standard crowfoots because I've needed them for various things. I got standard shorties, and I got standard line wrenches, which you pretty much don't need much anymore. I think there's one standard wrench you still need that's a 3/8 and a 7/16, because the sizes don't really cross over to metric. Jesus. 3/8, 11 32nds, 3/8. Those you might need for doing brake work. This thing I've had for a gazillion years. It's a 7/16 Craftsman. And I've been using these for headers on old school cars forever. I mean, this thing is like, it's pretty worn. I've used this a lot. You're not going to need to use this for anything unless you're doing old school work on old collector cars nowadays. But this was before they were even collector cars. And it's really handy for doing headers. And Jesus, what else? Oh yeah, I got this one for doing headers and stuff too. Just a 9/16 I cut off. I had to use for something. A bent 9/16 I had for something. Jesus, man, wow. I gotta stop looking at this drawer. Brings back too many old memories. Oh God, I can't believe somebody's going to be watching this stuff. Master tie rod adjusting tool. OTC. You got to have that for exactly what it says. I got an old timing light. That's a good one because you can adjust it. Gear wrench serpentine belt kit. I'm gonna open all these blow molded cases just to drive you nuts. That's a handy little thing. I wish it had a finer tooth ratchet in it. That's my only complaint with that set. Oh geez, what's this? This is for taking off fuel pumps on some kind of crap. Jesus, man, old shit. What's this? Harmonic balancer tool. Gotta have one of those. What's this? Yeah, it's kind of useless. I don't know, I've used it a couple of times. What do they call it? Power steering pump alternator kit. Yeah, you gotta have one of those too, maybe. What's this? Oh, dye leak detector. UV light with goggles. Oh geez, stapler. Gotta have a stapler for, I don't know, some things sometimes. What's this? What's this? Ooh, an injector tester. Yeah, those are handy. Those are fancy. Oh gee, block tester. Alternator pulley kit. Yeah, people don't really need them anymore. Most people just buy the damn alternators now. A lot of times you can't even buy the pulleys anymore. These are for those one-way bearings. And yeah, most people just want to sell you an alternator. The one-wheel bearings, they go bad all the time. These you gotta have for taking off fuel lines and stuff. That's an Astro set. Pretty common. Inner tie rod tools. I got the sockets here. I had to grind one down once. That's a vacuum cleaner. That's a slick little job, man. I use that a lot. I got some belt tools. Most of them are shite, and I don't need them. Oh, Jesus. This is for taking off a fan or something. This is for 3 4-liter lifters. Doing intake manifolds. These are crap. These are for holding camshafts, sprockets down, and they're junk. I don't even know why I'm not even going to have them in my box anymore. I'm throwing them. I don't know. I got to find some place to put that junk because it's a waste of space. I just got them in here because, and you know, this stupid thing, I thought of this idea a long time ago and I told the Snap-on guy about it. And then like the next year, somebody invented it and it's for putting on serpentine belts, and it's kind of a piece of crap. I don't like it. I just like the standard one, and I like to piss and moan every time I got to put on a pain in the ass serpentine belt. And yeah, this is the rest of the tool for the inner tie rods, of course. Ooh, I got brushes I forgot I had. And I got the Ford, oh my God, I need to stop thinking about Fords. It's just a dumb idea. It's the Ford dumb idea. Well, actually, it's a good idea for holding a chain down. I don't know. They call it a fucking dick tool or something. I don't know. Ah, damn it, I'm swearing. Okay, on to the next drawer. What do we got here? What do we got? I got a brake rotor tool. Those are really important. Installers and pullers for power steering pumps. I think this is all snap-on. And installers for the pulleys. Of course, I got a caliper. You gotta have a caliper. If you don't have a caliper, you're a loser. Harmonic balancer installer. Jesus, man. I don't even want to take this out of the box. I'm gonna make a mess. It's kind of a piece of crap. I don't know. I bought it because I needed it, and sometimes they're just not long enough. I don't know. Then I got to makeshift something. Oh, Jesus. Put this back. Okay. Pain in the butt. All right. Oh, you know what these are for? You know what these are for? You know what these are for? Take a wild guess. These are to put on lifters when you're adjusting hydraulic lifters while the car is running so it doesn't spit oil all over the place. Oh my God, I got a Healy coil set in here. That don't even belong in there. I'm gonna go put that in my Healy coil set. I got a box of Healy coils, like a gazillion Healy coils. And this is for valve springs when you need to replace valve seals in the car. And it kind of works. And I've used it twice in my life. And these I've used a billion times in my life. And saw blades and an installer for something. And seal installers and more seal installers. And this is for doing water pumps on an Ecotech. And this thing is for putting wires in conduit without a hassle, and I bought it because I thought it was a cool idea, and it's not that cool. And this is for, I think it's for some Volkswagen crap. I forgot what that was even for. I don't even know. Enlighten me. Oh my God, more installers, more crap, more, I don't know what it is. Taps, whatever, drill bits, step drills, more taps, fine thread. I don't know, I had some that I needed. Oh, this is for taking off a harmonic balancer on a Toyota. Oh, geez, more taps. Whatever wasn't in here that I needed, I got over here for stuff and things and stuff. And, oh geez, what's this? Oh, this is the hollow hole punch set, which comes in handy for when you need to make a hole in a gasket or something. Yeah, keyholes. Those are fancy. For something. They usually work once and then you burn the damn things up. Bubble flare kit. Gotta have one of those for doing bubble flares, making brake lines and stuff. Toyota Cam Tool Spanner Wrench. I bought this because it was cheap and I got a sweet deal on it. Probably because they didn't sell enough of them and I broke it a few times. And once in a while it comes in handy for holding stuff down when you got to turn a nut. So, yeah, I got one of those. Pipe expander for doing pipe work, exhaust work. That's kind of slick. Pipe cutter. So you don't have to waste a bunch of saw blades. That thing's slick. What? This is just long drill bits. Okay, that's enough for that drawer. On to the next drawer. Oh my gosh. Blow molded cases. Ow, I wrecked my finger. Okay, what do we got here? Start with the back, work my way up. This is a set you use to impact fan blades off of cars, the clutch fans. And this Ampro thing is for, Jesus, I don't know, more fan stuff probably. That thing's slick. Oh, what else we got here? Oh, Astro. Yeah, it's kind of a crappy set. I don't know, I had to buy some extra adapters to test radiator caps. Sometimes I got to use extra seals and extra O-rings and stuff to make this thing work. Kind of works pretty good. I'm not going to buy another one. What's this? Oh yeah, ball joint tools. I got these from Harbor Freight, and a couple of them I had to grind out and make for like Hondas and various things. I had to weld and stuff just to try to get ball joints in and out. And this one, as you can see, I've used a couple of times. Oh. That's for screwing in rear calipers. I had to make this one too for some damn European crap. I drilled it and tapped it and put extra pegs in it. Just another Volkswagen to piss me off. Thermometer, don't need to tell you what that's for. ATD ball joint kit. I've had that for a gazillion years. It's all beat to hell. You can tell I've been using it probably longer than most people have been alive. What's this? Oh, refractometer. I've used this a gazillion times to check coolant and tell everybody in the universe that they need a coolant flush, which I hardly ever use anymore because I don't work for assholes in the industry. Compression tester. Obviously, compression tester. Noid light set. ATD. Yeah, people sell those a lot. They're kind of nice to see if you got an injector pulse or if your IACs are working right. That's all old school though, so a lot of that you don't even need anymore. But the Noid lights still work on newer stuff for the injectors. What's this? Oh, this is to see if I got too much back pressure from like a plugged up catalytic converter. You stick that in an oxygen sensor hole and hit the gas. See if your converter's plugged up. It's an easy way to test something. Onto the top right. Boy, doesn't that look confusing. What, I got an air hammer in here. That's important. Wire brush. A couple of die grinders, a straight and an angle grinder. That's an important sucker to have right there. That bit. Gotta have one of those. Different wrenches, tape measure, chipping hammer. When you work in the Rust Belt, you better have a chipping hammer because you can grind on rust all day and it don't do nothing. You whack it with a chipping hammer, it flies right off, gets into your eyeball. Yeah, I got a pry bar I've had since 19 and I don't know when. That is one old school son of a buck. I bent this sucker on accident, and that is the best bend for most pry bars you would ever see. Nobody makes a bend like that in a pry bar, and it really works for a lot of crazy stuff. This thing's so hammered. Oh my God. That's my go-to right there. Yeah, the Typhoon. That really is a Typhoon blowgun. Angle drill. Used once in a gazillion years. This sucker's nice, this air nibbler. For nibbling off rust on stuff. If you live in the Rust Belt. All this other junk I really don't need to tell you about. It's just extra junk. Wiry stuff and stuff. Oh, onto my player drawer. This is a nice snap-on set. Just a regular side cutter's needle nose, pair of pliers. This Nipec side cutters is the bomb diggity for side cutters. I got some other ones here. I don't know, 90 degree, blah, blah, blah. Little cheapy stuff from Harbor Freight. These I got to use for wheel bearings. Forceps. I made this one for doing wheel bearings and stuff. It was straight. It's from Harbor Freight. And I bent it. Not quite a 90. And that's handy, that angle. Crappy, expensive. These are hose pliers, and they are so handy, unbelievably handy. I love this set. And I got these regular long, I don't know, they're kind of okay, kind of. More snap ring pliers, more stuff. That's an important drawer. I go in that drawer a lot. All kinds of different vice grips. I had hose clamps drive me nuts a long time ago, and I bought every damn hose clamp tool you could possibly think of on the face of the planet. Because it makes my life easier. When you're dealing with hoses all the time, it's like, man, just get all the stuff. So these are really handy for hose clamps. What, this is a Mac. I got a little one and a big one. And of course, you know, I got regular needle nose vice grips, regular vice grips. That's kind of handy. I broke that once or twice and had to replace it. This sucker is cool for doing alignments and turning tie rods. That's what I bought this for. It's like a pipe wrench, only kind of not really. And this big sucker you gotta have. These are nice for turning out studs when a stud pulley doesn't work. This is really nice for holding on to pulleys whenever you need to. Cheap Harbor Freight stuff, chain tool, that thing is, you gotta have it. I mean, really, this thing's a joke. This was supposed to be like, I don't know, Snap-on tried to advertise it as a link pin tool, and it's too small. It's a piece of crap. I hardly ever use it. So I made my own link pin tool out of a big vice grip and ground it down. That's a link pin tool. Nobody makes one of those. And I got this end on here too. I always leave on it for a slide hammer in case I need to grab onto something and yank it off with a slide hammer. This is for pinching off hoses. Pinchy, hosey thing. I don't know. Jesus, what else? I got a bunch of feeler gauges back here. I got some more snap rings back here. I got a spark plug tool. I got torch tip cleaners. This thing you need to have. Of course, you know what that is. Another hose clamp tool. Oh my God! Now I'm making a mess. These kind of work for something, and so they're good enough to have. That's another hose clamp tool. I got two of those. I got one that's an angle too, which is just a pain in my foot. The reason why it's a pain in my foot is because it doesn't like my drawer too much. It gets stuck in my drawer. What, a bolt cutter? I put this in here and I never use it, and the reason why I bought this is for muskie fishing, so I can cut hooks when I catch a big muskie. Because those things are spooky when you got a big lure stuck in a muskie's mouth and you need to cut the thing off, because trying to just take the hook out, you'll end up getting a hook in your damn hand. So I bought this and I used it for. Now I don't muskie fish anymore because my arms are trashed and I can't pitch baits anymore. So I put it in my box. Story time. More hose pinchers. Those are sweet. I got a little baby one too, hose pincher for pinching off hoses. This stupid thing is for taking out relays. I don't know, it works half the time. This is cool. That's my spark plug boot puller, and I actually attached a ground to it. so I can put this on the ground, and when the car's running I can pull off spark plugs to try to find misfires and stuff without electrocuting myself. And just so long as it's connected, it works, and if it doesn't, it could stop your heart and kill you. And you know what this is? Something nobody ever uses anymore. That thing's older than dirt. Another spark plug boot puller. This thing's really slick for doing 3-1s and 3-4s especially, because you can hang on to the boot, and then I put a pry bar inside of here and yank the thing off, because the back ones get stuck really bad and they're up against a firewall and you can't get at them. I don't know, most people don't need to work on that stuff anymore because that's just old school and it's gone. Wow, it's not even that old, that long ago, and it's old. And this is nice for taking off clips, plastic clippy thing tool. This is good for reverse clip things. Gotta have one of those. I use that all the time. Spreader thingy. This is for door panels. That's thing's slick. I got one of those and I got this one too. And they both work good for a lot of stuff. What else? Another spark plug boot puller. This one's adjustable. Pair of scissors. Whatever, drawer. On to the next. Oh my god. This thing's kind of cool for taking off oil filters or whatever if you need to. I got a bunch of different drill bit sets. I got numbered drill bits in here. Yeah, these are all numbered. And drill bits. I got different size drill bits. This is a piston ring compressor. Number stamp set. That's important if you do enough engine work and you need to mark your rods and stuff. Another oil filter wrench thing. That's handy if you do enough oil changes. I don't do enough oil changes anymore, thank God. I quit. No, that's for making spark plugs. Wires. Easy out junk. This is important. If you don't have one of them fancy new fangled electronic torque wrenches for measuring torque angle, that's important. More easy outs, hardly ever used because they don't work as good as people think they do. More oil filter stuff. Double flaring tool with cutter. Gotta have that. That's important. What's this? I made this for stuff, and I don't want it in my box anymore. Time to do a clean out. Vacuum gauge, must have. Compression tester. Hose cutter. These are for these fancy clips that you get on like your transmission lines and stuff. You don't really need that. You can use a pick if you want. This thing's for my hose cutter. I've never used it. It looked fancy and it's Blue Point, and I've never used it. Every time I tried, I'm like, what the heck? What a waste of a waste. What's this nut for? I think that's for doing old school steering wheels. Hand pump. Gotta have a hand pump for vacuum. Battery cleaner. Spark tester. Piston ring installer. Super tiny mini drill bit tool. There's drill bits in here. They're really small. I pretty much just use that to, if I ever need to just rejet a carburetor on a motorcycle or something, I cheat. Nah, that's enough of that drawer. What's this for? Oh, this is for draining oil and not making a mess in case you got to work on a European piece of crap. Next drawer. Oh yeah. Big Daddy. That's a good rivet tool. You need to have one of these if you're doing a lot of door panel work, because they got them big ass 1/4-inch rivets in them. Gotta have it. These C vice grips are super handy. I use these for calipers, dual piston calipers. I use them to hold pulleys once in a while if I need to. Super, super handy. This you don't really ever need. You'll probably never see one again. That's for metal fabrication work. I got a C-clamp I use for whatever stuff. Tin snips I use for whatever stuff. That's important. Yeah. Pipe bender. Kind of need it. This is one of them tools to take off exhaust hangers, and it's beat to hell. More vice grips, pickle fork, hacksaw. This is the handiest thing. Big long ass aluminum pipe wrench. It's good for tie rods, especially when they're all rusted on and they don't want to move. I got a smaller pipe wrench too. You never know when you're going to need that stuff. And of course, this is a drum brake tool. I'm sure you know what that is. Then I got a big 15-inch crescent wrench, which is the shiz knit that comes in handy when you need it. The New Lobster, whatever. Industrial machine maintenance, I kind of inherited that. Pitman arm puller for the big stuff, Pitman arm puller for the little stuff. Small rivet gun. Oh Jesus, oh, I got another mess. I gotta clean this out so I can shut this drawer. Onto the bottom drawer. Of course, this is for filling up coolant. The adapters for the coolant. Oh, Jesus. All the times I've had to pull something with a puller, I always put the bolts in this bag throughout all of the years that I've had to pull things, so I don't have to fish around for the bolts if I ever work on another vehicle and I have to use them again. And the rest of this box I got, oh, these are for hubs. I got a couple of those different sizes. I got a big puller kit and the Death by Coil Spring strut removing tool, which is a battery tool for lifting batteries. Slide hammer, gotta have a slide hammer. Good for 1,050,000 uses. Oh my God. This was an axle bearing remover set, and then I ended up using the box for everything under the sun. I got all kinds of pullers in here. 2-jaw, 3-jaw. These are used for wiper blades mostly. Oh my God, just all kinds of stuff in a box. Pullers, 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 pullers. Can't have enough pullers. This is for the slide hammer. That's a handy little unit. These are for taking out bearing races for rear axles. That's actually what this box was for. Okay, I'm almost done. Top left drawer. What do I got in here? Just a bunch of junk. Some stickers and sticky stuff and plastic gauges and tobacco. What the heck? I think I tried to make a smoke machine after I quit smoking and I used tobacco. I don't smoke anymore. I quit a long time ago. I guess the important part of this drawer is my med kit. I got some razor blades in here. I use this for cleaning my nails. Switchblade, kind of cool. I got a pin and a pair of tweezers for shrapnel. Another tweezers. Fingernail clipper for hangnails. Gotta have it. Yeah, more tweezers. I don't know. I probably got a deal on these on a Snap-on truck or something. It's kind of crap, whatever. Earplugs, whatever. Cigarette lighter for starting things on fire. Next drawer, more junk drawer. This is just odds and ends. I got my sealants in here. I got Loctite, sealant, whatever stuff. Oh, gee, I was looking for that earlier. I don't know, black tape, just junk. Just little pieces and parts that, ow, ow, ow. Don't do that. Oh. Pins for T-pinning, apparently. T-pinning my finger. Okay, now I got a nice little file and punch drawer. This is cool for prying on lower control arms. You can see that in a video somewhere if you ever watch them. Pickle forks, files, punches, more files, more punches. You can never have enough files and punches. Nothing too exciting. These, like I said in my last Smart Alec video, are extremely important. Air hammer, punches. One's flat and one's a chisel. Snap-on. You gotta have those. This thing is especially handy when you're working on a lot of European vehicles and them stupid Allens they put on everything strip out, and you just use an air hammer and get in there with this long thing and get them bolts out. This I use for brake drums. I can't remember what it's supposed to be used for, but it works really good on those funky springs for brake drums. It's all one big spring that goes all the way around the drum on GMs and stuff. This is really cool. Snap-on. This holds chisels. If you ever need to whack on a chisel really hard, you screw the chisel down into this so you can hang on to it without wrecking your fingers. And that thing's super cool. You gotta have that. Oh, what? I got a power probe. If you don't know what a power probe is, you don't know what's going on. That set is for like trailers. I never use it, but this is extremely important. Diagnostic tool. Voltmeter. I don't know. I got some test lights. I got testers for trailer brakes because people always screw up their wiring, and I gotta fix their damn trailer wiring all the time in the car. I got a flat one here somewhere too. Yeah, here's the flat one for testing trailers. If you ever deal enough with that. Just junk. Oh, I'm down to the last drawer. This is almost over. 48-piece thread restoring set. Mucho important. I use it all the time. What do we got here? Cornholio. Cornholio saw. Air file. I use that a lot. That thing's pretty slick. What's this? We got a fuel pressure tester kit. Most of them things are obsolete. I got another fuel pressure tester kit around somewhere too. Electronic dial indicator. I wish it wasn't electronic. I don't like electronics. Damn batteries wear out. I have another one though. This is the one I use all the time. Well, I used to anyways when I did brake rotors. That one's not digital, and the rest of it's right here. And I actually makeshifted this so I can hold my camera when I do video now, so I use that all the time. And I got another one I made too for camera work because I'm a photographer now. What else? OTC Stinger. Handy Handy bearing separator. I got a bigger one here too on my press. Chinese Harbor Freight. These are the old school hub sharks. OTC makes a newer one that probably works better than these. There's actually bigger adapters on the newer stuff. There's the rest of it. It's a 2-box set. I've had it, you can tell I've had it since the beginning of time. And I've used it so many times. I hardly ever use it anymore because there's not a whole lot of pressed in bearings that you got to deal with anymore. And it's actually kind of an obsolete kit now. Once in a while I use adapters for stuff. And this, of course, is for drum brakes. And I commandeered this when I was working at Tires Plus a long time ago. Some idiot service writer actually put this under a desk to make it level in the shop. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? They don't care. Somebody, you know, Tires Plus gave it to the store and that's what they use it for. So I commandeered that. And I hardly ever use it again. And that's it. That's my toolbox tour. I got more stuff too, you know, like stuff. But you wanted a toolbox tour. Some people said, hey, do a toolbox tour. So you got a toolbox tour and it's all done. And of course I got some stuff on a wall. Okay, bye.